everybody, thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today we are going to talk about food, specifically comfort foods. So I recently went on Instagram and I asked you to share with me your favorite comfort foods. So today I am choosing 3 and we are going to make them a little bit more balanced. But before we do that, I do want to talk about 2 very important things before we get into the bulk of the video. So first things first, what does balanced mean? That's going to mean something different to everybody. But when I say a balanced meal or a balanced plate, I mean that you are going to have 1 to 2 servings of carbs, vegetables, protein, and fats. There we go. To me, that is balanced. We've got our 3 macronutrients, and then we've also got our micronutrients in vegetables, or you can kind of think of this as your color. So maybe fruit, again, that's more of a carb, and different fruits are going to have more carbs than others, but really don't overthink it. You want to have variety and colors on your plate. So the other thing I want to discuss is hunger, specifically emotional versus physical hunger. And this is something that is a little bit difficult for a lot of people to distinguish between. So physical hunger is typically gradual, it's non-specific, and you may even get a physical cue like your stomach growling. Emotional hunger, on the other hand, presents itself in a lot of different ways. It could be a specific craving, it a lot of times is habitual, it is typically quick to appear, and then many times it's actually influenced by an emotion like stress, sadness, or even happiness. And look, I'm not gonna sit here and say that emotional eating should never occur, because that is incredibly unrealistic. Life is very hard. Sometimes you do actually want a pint of Ben & Jerry's. But I think that the most important thing here is to know that you have a choice in the matter. So what I come across a lot of times is people feeling like with emotional eating that it's just something they have to do. They have to do it, they don't stop, they don't think, they just do it because they're acting on their emotions. So what I recommend is the next time you find yourself craving something specific, just stop first. Stop and ask yourself some questions. How do I feel right now? How will I feel physically if I eat this craving? How will I feel physically if I don't eat this craving? How will I feel emotionally? How will I feel emotionally if I don't eat this? So just stopping and ask yourself, what's the outcome of my choice? And you know what, sometimes you may go through those questions and decide, you know, I'm not gonna physically feel great after I eat this, so I'm gonna say no to it today. And there's other times where you go through those questions and you go, no, I really want this right now. And then you still have that pint of Ben & Jerry's. And both of those are okay. The most important thing is that you remember that you have a choice in the matter. You are in control, not your emotions. So now that that is out of the way, we understand what a balanced plate is, we understand hunger and the 2 different types of it. Let's find that middle ground. Because there are gonna be days where you want that comfort food, but you don't necessarily want like the full comfort version. You know what I mean? Like you want a pizza, but you don't want like a whole pizza. Does it make sense? So basically I'm just gonna show you some ways to like round out these comfort meals a little bit more, but always remember, you can still have just the normal comfort meal version. And one other thing that I wanted to note, I purposely chose things that you can find for pretty cheap because I want to make sure that this was accessible to everybody, because this might maybe not serve as a video for someone who is looking to work with their hunger cues. This might actually be a video for somebody who can't afford to go to Whole Foods, but still want to work toward making decisions that support their long-term health a little bit better. So with that disclaimer being said, let's jump into the video.
So realizing as I'm editing this that I end up wearing the same sweatshirt for 3 days. I have no explanation.
Happy Sunday and welcome to the worst lighting ever. So our first comfort meal that we're gonna make a little bit more balanced is pizza, my favorite. Also, we must acknowledge the outfit. This is, hold on, we gotta get like the full view. This is me in my natural element. So we got our groceries delivered today and I ordered just a plain pizza. So remember that with a balanced meal, we want to think about fats, carbs, protein, and vegetables. So within the pizza, we actually already have built in carbs and fat. Carb is going to be the dough, fat is going to be the cheese. So now we're looking to add our protein and our vegetables. So let's look in the fridge. Typically, I do have shredded chicken, like from the crock pot already cooked, but I haven't made that yet. So instead, I'm actually going to fry up these guys, and then having these already cooked will take out some like meal preparation that I have to do later. I specifically got mushrooms because I knew I was making this video, and I love having mushrooms on pizza, but you can honestly take any vegetable that you already have in the house. So to also show you, I always have a bag of spinach. Guys, this is a game changer if you do not like eating vegetables, because you can literally add it to almost anything. And you will see that with our other 2 balanced meals of the week. Let's chop these up, we're gonna fry them up, and then we're gonna make our pizza.
feel like I may have overwhelmed the pizza a bit, but we'll find out. It's time. Ooh. This is the final product. That looks delicious. I kind of wish that I cooked the spinach ahead of time, but that's fine. Rookie mistake. So we're gonna give that a few minutes to chill, and then I'm gonna have a few slices. And remember, we talked at the beginning of the video about asking yourself, what do you want? What do you need? Like, just like stopping and asking yourself. And there's no reason why you can't have the whole pizza. You could also have the whole pizza without any of this stuff on. It's about asking yourself, what do you want? Why do you want it? How will it make you feel? I don't really feel the need to eat this entire thing, so I'm probably, if I'm being honest, I'm gonna probably have half. I'm gonna have half of this pizza, and then the other half I am going to wrap in tinfoil and freeze. That's a tactic that works really, really well for me because pizza is not something that I would prefer to be eating every day, and that's just me. But if it is like right there in the fridge, I'm gonna eat it every day. So by putting that barrier of it is frozen, I would have to take the time to defrost it. That is literally putting in my way that stop, wait, think for a second and ask yourself, do you really want this right now? And if the answer is yes, then I'm gonna defrost that bitch and I'm gonna eat it up. But those are the things that I'm talking about in this entire video. You can have the unbalanced version of something. You can have the balanced version of something. It doesn't matter which one you choose. It matters that you have stopped and asked yourself first. So anyway, we're gonna eat some pizza. Bye. Hello, it's Monday. I just finished dancing for 3 hours, so I need some comfort. So we're gonna make a little comfort meal. I stopped at the bodega next door. Ramen. I also got, just for fun, a raspberry lemon kombucha. And then, oh, it's diet. Gross. I really wanted a soda. I never drink soda, and I got a cream soda. How many more times can I say soda? Say crack again, crack. So we're gonna make this ramen, and we're gonna talk about how to make it more balanced. We're actually gonna sit here because I'm really tired. Ramen, obviously a carb. That's gonna be our main macronutrient that we're hitting here. Now I'm thinking of like ramen bowls. What can we add? We can add protein, we can add veggies. I'm not really sure like what I would add fat-wise. And if I'm thinking about my personal diet, I know that I get in plenty of fat during the day. So I'm not gonna be super concerned about adding a fat to this. Also, if we do look at the label, this whole thing, which you bet your sweet ass I'm gonna eat, does have 14 grams of fat. So I think we're good. Okay, let's look in the fridge, see what we're gonna add to this. My bones hurt. Okay, we absolutely wanna add this shredded chicken on top. Let's bring back the mushrooms. And we're basically putting the pizza toppings on from yesterday. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so we're gonna boil 2 cups of water in the saucepan, add the noodles. Boil, baby. I cooked the shrimp packet in it. I feel like all this video is gonna show you that I'm pretty terrible in the kitchen. I know the concept of building a balanced meal, but execution is where we get messy. How good does this look? I'm gonna spill it everywhere. Beautiful balanced meal right here. We're gonna sit on the couch, eat this, and I will see you guys tomorrow for our 3rd and final comfort meal. Happy Tuesday. Oh, I just got hurt my back. Okay, I'm alive. So it's Tuesday afternoon. We're gonna make lunch. We're gonna make a grilled cheese and soup because this was the other like most highly requested request. Let's go. We're gonna chat out here a little bit because Kevin's leading a work meeting and he's playing games with a team and it's very loud. It's fine, I'm loud most of the day, so it's his turn. Let's get the ingredients. Okay, so the grilled cheese. I have this weird bread that they substituted me for on Instacart because they didn't have the Dave's Killer bread that I like, so we're using this. Carb. You gotta use butter for the pan. That's our fat. Cheese. More fat. Ooh, and a tomato. So that's gonna go on the bread. The soup, I got a chicken and orzo with lemon because that sounded really good. So within this, we have a little bit of protein. We definitely have our carb. Looks like maybe there's some vegetables in there. I'm gonna add more chicken. And shocking, we're gonna add spinach. So let's start to make the grilled cheese.
Touching my butt.
Can I put that in the video?
Yeah. step on it?
I like kicked her. Bitch, you gotta get out of my way. For the soup, I don't want to cook it quite yet because I know grilled cheese. Okay, well actually I'm terrible at making grilled cheese because I have no patience. So I know it's gonna take a long time. So I don't want to make this quite yet because this is gonna take like 2 minutes. Just gonna pour it all in the pan so it's in there. Zoe, it's not for you, baby girl. I'm so sorry. Wow. Y'all, that actually does look good, even with my salad in a soup. So this is where we're gonna end the video. Hopefully this showed you just some other ways to think about your food choices aside from being black and white, good and bad, right or wrong. Always remember, with food, there is no right and wrong. There is no good or bad. Everything is in the gray. And also remember that if you wanna have the unbalanced version of these foods, do it. The most important thing is that you are checking in with yourself and you are fully self-aware of the decisions that you're making. Any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.